Hello everybody and welcome back to FTB Sky Odyssey episode 6, I believe. Right? Scott? Say something.
Maybe.
There you go. Hitting you is loud. That's why I don't do it that often. Go away with that. Nope. Haha, you can't find me. I'm here. Hey! My poor base didn't do anything to it. Anyway, so we're back. Let's see. Done a little bit, not much. I added some storage drawers down here. And since they have void upgrades on there, you can't really use the item translocators because they stop putting in as soon as they have void upgrades on there. Don't ask me why, that's been a bug for forever. NIO doesn't care, so we have NIO conduits with speed upgrades, just putting everything in here. That's for the stuff that's non-EMC-able, like all the seeds we are getting. So right now this chest isn't as full as it used to be. It's not bad. I mean, there's still stuff here like the legendary items that can't go into the drawers because the drawers just hold the common ones. But it's better than before. We basically had 2 full pages. And having this thing run didn't help either. Yeah, this was full as well. Nothing new in there, so currently it's just passing through. It's immediately putting it back into the system to be EMC. I don't think we will be getting any more stuff out of the loot chests that we haven't gotten yet. So it's just a waste to trash them. If they have EMC, might as well, right? Speaking of which, we have 2 MK15 pots, which is the second highest you can get. The next one is the final power flower, and that requires some weird things like that. The final star shard, which comes from 8 colossal star omegas plus a nether star. Yeah, I don't think we have a nether star in the system yet. That would be... no, that would have me look weird. So, nether star, we might spawn the wither at some point and just get one, and it's EMC-able, so once is enough. We don't need to do a big setup. What are you doing over there? This guy.
Awesome.
Okay, right. So today we're going to get into some storage. I mean, we have EMC-based storage, but there's still stuff that doesn't have EMC, and we want to be able to autocraft and things like that. At least a little bit. So, the quest book says we have a couple options here. I mean, there is refined storage, as you can see. There's this stuff from Industrial Foregoing, which, yeah, that's not really digital storage. That's just dump an item in here and store as many as you want. That's a different thing. And then obviously there's applied logistics. I think this time, I mean, we have to make all of them since they're quests, right? But this time we're going to go with refined storage just because it's a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about channels and such. And that should be good. What are you doing? Oh, look at that. This crystal guy here.
Huh? What?
Yeah. Mr. Thorncraft. Yes. So all the things we need, I've listed up here. There's a lot of stuff we need to get into. Let's get started. We need a controller. Controller needs quartz and rich iron, which is basically just iron and quartz. I pre-made that, so we have that in the system. It has EMC. Silicon, I also got from somewhere that I can't remember. Not really. You can make it this way. Material Stonework Factory. I think I did it this way. Crushed quartz turns into silicon. One of these. Quartz powder, which I got from... yeah, quartz, pulverized. I think that's the way I went. So pretty easy to do. Any silicon works. Silicon has EMC. Some of them is more than others. You could cheese this, right? You could get a drawer with a conversion upgrade, put the cheap one, the 24 EMC one in there, after you put one of the expensive ones in there, the 32. And since it's all silicon, it says item silicon here in the ore dictionary, you put the cheap one in, but you can pull the non-cheap one, this one, you can pull that out. That's one way to do it. You can set up an endless circle if you wanted, like, for that little bit of EMC when we're getting like this number up here. Yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. That would be very early game, and very early game we can't even do that. Right, so machine casing. Is quartz and rich iron around any stone? So let's start with that. Enriched, give me a bunch of that. Stone, give me a bunch of that. Let's get started. You in here, you around. Round and round we go. Machine casing, mate. Store it. See, didn't have that yet, says learned. Perfect. Let's get a bunch of these. Since we have all the EMC, I mean, look at that. That number doesn't even fit in here. This mod was never designed to handle such a number. I love it. Good. So, now that we have that, what's next on our list? We need to start with the controller. So we need to get into the advanced processor, which is a raw processor smelted, and a raw processor. That thing is this. And for that we need to go and do this. Okay, sure. Yeah, string. Because all processors start with strings, in case you didn't know. And some slime. Let's use the cheap rice ball. Why wouldn't we, right? You don't belong in there. You go here. You go there. Do this. And we don't need to put this on auto-crafting because this actually has EMC, so just, there you go. Done. No need to worry about it. So what else goes into this thing? Redstone, silicon, and diamond. Redstone? Silicon? That's even the... No, that's not the expensive one. It looks like the expensive one. Okay, well. It's glass that looks like a diamond. Yep, that's how it is. Alright. Do this, please. You do not have EMC, so we want a bunch of these. I said a bunch. Thank you very much for complying. Put these in here, smelt them up. Lovely, 1-to-1 ratio. No need to worry about it. There's more in here. More of those. Where are they? Down here. So this is the same recipe, just iron instead of a diamond. So let's grab that. So we need some more redstone. Let's actually get a bunch of that because we're going to need it. Then some iron. At this stage, if I look for iron or ingot, it doesn't even matter. I mean, look at that. Try to find it. Have fun. Pick your poison. And then it was... I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Then it was silicon, yes. Silicon. As the French probably wouldn't say, because they can actually speak their own language properly. Right? Didn't I get more of that? That stuff? What's it called? Processor binding. I was stuck at this guy, conduit binder, for some reason. Okay, stack of each. So, do this. Thank you. This needs gold, so let's get some gold. Can never have enough gold. At least that's what my wife tells me. She doesn't have any. Don't worry. I think that's good. So, you in there. That's better. Thank you. See, that's good. That's how I want to do things. Alright, so now we can get started, right? Is it looking okay? Have all the things? I cannot right click with that. Well, okay, sure. There we go. Controller. Quest complete. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. Disk drive needs a chest and all the stuff we have on us. Good. Kind of makes sense that that would need a chest. Kind of. Some of these recipes actually make sense. Once in a while. Portable grid. Needs a grid and a fluid grid and a controller. This is something we just need to make. We're never going to use it. So, okay, let's make another controller. And then a grid is all of that. Okay, so now we get into a destruction core. You can see we have these first three and there's two more here. So that is glowstone and that is a quartz edit. So let's get that. Glowstone, let's get, I don't know, 10. And quartz, also 10. Let's do that really quick. There you go. That leaves us with some basic processors. That's good. Also, we need a glass, right? Probably should get a stack of that. It's getting crowded in here. I don't like it. I like my inventory clean. Well. There's that one. Fluid grid needs a grid and a bucket. Okay. It kind of makes sense. There we go again. So we need to make another... Do I not have the regular grid in here? No, I don't. Well, okay. So, make another grid. And then we make a fluid grid. And then we make a portable grid. Yay! Quest complete. So now we want the crafter manager, which needs a crafter, and a machine casing, and some glass. Okay, crafter. 2, please. One more. There you go. There's another quest. So we can get rid of that, and that. Also that. Crafter manager is the one we just made, right? Yes. That leaves us with the pattern grid. So we need a pattern. Ooh, look, we have all the things on us. That's really good. Except for the grid. Everything needs a grid these days. There's a pattern grid. Crafting grid. Guess what? Needs a grid. And a crafting table. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say, right? Oh, no, actually, we do have a crafting table in here. Don't need blanks, don't need to make it. There. Cool. So, we don't need that anymore, we don't need that anymore. We do want one of these patterns. Where are they? I'm blind. Right there. One is enough. I'm going to show you in a minute why. So, let's go downstairs, actually. For now, we're going to go downstairs. I set up some cables over here. Cables are easy to make. There they are. Well, don't press R on that. That's not a good thing. Let's try it again. There. Cable, quartz-rich iron, glass, redstone. You see the pattern emerging, right? Let's get rid of all of that. We want... Where? There. There's the controller. Controller goes here. Everything connects to that one. That makes it pretty easy. Then we want the crafting grid. I'm going to put that on here. So that means the light is still working. This thing is the pattern grid. Alright, I'm going to put that over here. I'm also going to fire this bad boy up. There you go. That's pre-configured. There's not much going on here right now. It's a big old storage grid. We have a crafting grid with all the buttons. That's all pretty nice. I'm not going to go through all this. There's tutorials for that. And, you know. We had that before. Alright, so then we still have a disk drive and we have a crafter manager. I'm going to put the disk drive... I'll put the disk drive over here. There you go. And the crafter manager goes over here. There you go. That's working. That should be working over here as well. So we don't have storage yet. 0 disks, so we can't really do much. It's looking good. So Scryptar, what are the holds for? Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second. I need... Where's my stuff? Ooh, over here. We need one of these blocks. Thank you. To fill the hole. And we need to put away some stuff. All of that we don't really need. I'm going to keep these on me because we're going to need a few more of them, I believe. This I definitely want. You are good to have. You I don't need right now. You, well, if I have it or not, don't really care. That's looking good. Also, probably don't need any more cables. Good. So now we have a crafting grid downstairs that's not really doing much. So first thing we want to do is put a disk in there. We're going to go with the cheapest one we can do, which is this one, the 1K storage disk. Needs a storage housing, quartz-rich iron, redstone, and glass. Yeah. Should have put not all of that away, probably. There you go. Let's make this. One is enough for now. And then we want the 1K storage part. This is the same, just more silicon. Sure. It's that one. Make it. Cobble it together. Perfect. And we're going to go downstairs. And put that on the right side, which is over here. Put that in there. There you go. 1K storage. Lovely. The thing is, we have this much stuff in our lovely EMC system. that it would be a waste to pull stuff out of here and put that on this, right? Technically what we want to do is connect to our system, to this, somehow. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go and take the personal, where is it? There, this one. If you hit, where's it go? There. If you hit U on this one, you see you can do a refined EMC link. And this can go into a compressed refined EMC link. And both of which have EMC. So we're going to go grab one of these guys. Actually, we're going to grab a bunch of these guys. There you go. Do this. Quest complete, surprise. And then we need, I think it's 6. You go away. And do this. Ah, quest complete, look at us. Completing all the quests. And we're going to grab a bunch of those. And go back downstairs. And we're just going to set them up right here. And I'm probably going to have to remove the cable at the moment. Well, that's okay. So there's 1, 2, 3. Need one more. I did that right. Ouch. There. Haha. So they're not connecting. What we need to do is we need to hook them up. These are basically external storages. If you look in here, there's a bunch of things you can do. So we could go and do this, and it goes back into our EMC storage right here. That number doesn't fit. That's so cool. But we can also put stuff in here. So anything that has an EMC value, we can go and just put that here. We can go put that here. And if we look into our system now, and you know there's nothing on there, right? This one disk is completely empty. Zero items. You now look in here. Still don't have anything. Why is that? Because we still haven't connected it up. But, believe me, that's one thing we're going to see in a minute. So let's go for the storage thing. That one, external storage. So we need 2 chests, and we need all of the other stuff that we already have. Chest. Let's grab a bunch, because we're going to make a bunch. And, nope. Cables? Yes, 1 cable. See? I knew it. There. Also have this guy with me. There. So we can now go and say, make some. We can make 4, really? That it? What are we running short on? It's not the quartz enriched iron, it's not the chests. Oh, it's those 2 cores. Okay, sure. Well, let's make these 4. And we're gonna go and remove this. And we are going to put these instead. There you go. And this should be connected. Should I set a priority? Yeah, probably not. That's gotta be okay. If anything, priority of our storage over here, we're gonna set that to -10. So if it can go anywhere, because they all come with priority 0, if it can go anywhere, it will go anywhere, and this one is the last one stuff gets put into. And now we have 2,000 million. So that's 2 billion right there. Redstone and silicon, just because we put that in there. Isn't that great? And there's a bunch of storage in here. So we can go and say we always want chest available for crafting, and we always need glass. And, well, quartz enriched iron seems to be a thing. Yeah. If it wasn't cheaty before, it's cheaty now. I like it. That's awesome. And that can be used for auto crafting. It should be possible to take stuff out of here, because if it's shown in here, then it should be possible to auto craft. So if you want to make any more of those patterns, for example, since they have EMC, let's put them in here. That doesn't want to go in there. Oh, because I haven't learned that yet, right? Yes. See, that's the problem. Stuff you need to know. There you go. It's in there now. So I can go into the pattern grid and say, well, give me a stack. Right here. And that can go away. Now, did that go back in there, or did that go in here? It did not go in here, so it did go back into the the system here in one of these slots and got re-EMC'd. Lovely. Alrighty then, we're back. Let's see what we can do now. So I made another redstone furnace. I put it over here, fully upgraded. As you can see, everything's set up, input, output configured. We're just waiting for things to do. And I also made some more of these processors. I did set up some of this stuff, so we have all the ingots we currently have in here, and the most important blocks and non-block versions. And the stuff we need right now, like the patterns and the flux points and all that, is in here. And that's pretty much it right now. I mean, this is what, 9 by 6? Yeah, that's 54, so that's 200... That's 400 items we can put in here, out of which we will have 200 million all the time. You don't belong in there. Thank you. There. Alright. But you will immediately see what is not in our EMC system. Like if we do this, yes. You will see that. Also, I can finally put away my stuff that's lingering around in chests. That's perfect. I could also put my time in a bottle in there without resetting it to 0, like the EMC system does. So, this is not too bad. So what are we going to do now? We need to input into this one and output whatever this thing manufactures, right? So what we want to do is we want to automate these as best as we can. I think that's a good idea. So let's see. That would be this, right? This we need a crafting recipe for. Alright, that shouldn't be too difficult. Let's get over here and say put this on a pattern and put this on a pattern, and this please. And there's 2 more crafting recipes, which is these advanced ones right here, which we're also going to put on the pattern, just like that. And that's relatively easy to do, right? If you hold shift, you can see what's in the pattern. Now we don't have anything that takes these patterns, these crafting patterns, so we're going to work on that in a second. We want to set up this though. So for that, first thing, we need a crafter, which I put over here because I seem to never be able to find something in there. Do we have everything? Well, that's a big no, I'd say. Does that just not work because quartz and rich iron is in here, right? It is not. Oh, because you know why? I can tell you why. I went in here and said ingot. Well, that thing is not called ingot. It's just called quartz enriched iron. That's why. That's cheaty. So modpack is cheaty. So it's fine. It's good. So now if we do this and say craft me one of these. Yes. Perfect. We do need a couple more things. So that would be the construction core, the destruction core, and the machine casing. So the machine casing we have in here. CS? Really? Again? Wow. Machine casing, let's just get a bunch of these, just in case. I don't think we need them in there, like, forever, like we need the ingots, so, don't really, where did they go? Ow, right. Straight back into the EMC system. Yeah, I need to work on that. So, machine casing, and then we want to do one of these, please. And yes, we have all of that in there. And one of these, please. Yes, we have that in there too. So now we can click on that and get one. Lovely. This guy goes right here. And this, where the little light is in the center, that's what you want to point at the machine. So we need to turn that around. For that, there is this multi-tool, this wrench. We should be able to just do that. Shift, right click. Is that up or down? That's down, right? That is up. Yes, that is up. Perfect. So that's now pointing into there. And technically, if we go in here, pattern grid, we need the... Is it you? Yes, the crafter manager. This says redstone furnace because the crafter is pointing into the redstone furnace. Now, these are crafting things. We want these, right? The smelting recipes. These need to go in there. So, first of all, we're going to set them up. Since they are not crafted but processed in a machine, we're going to go processing. And we're going to go and say, you are a recipe. And, yeah, well, you are a recipe. Wanted the one in between there, that guy. You are a recipe. And now we can either go here and put that in there, or we can go here and just put it in there. That also works. So if we had any of these now, let's make one really quick. Put them in here. They don't have EMC, they don't go anywhere, which is good. And now we say we want to craft, what is it, this guy. First of all, what we can do is we can take these out, and then we will see it says craft. If you have them in there, you can also switch display to only craftables, and you will be able to see them. You still can't click on them because there's stuff in here, but you can, what is it? No, not middle click, shift middle click, shift right click, something. It's not working today. It might be the mouse tweaks that's doing all of this stuff down here. Usually it was shift middle click. It's not working. So I have to switch off the inventory sorting thing for that to work again. But yeah, that's what you would usually do. So in this case, we're just going to take that out, and then we can click here and say make me, well, if I say make 10, it says, well, I'm missing 9 of these guys. But if I say make the one we have, that says, yeah, sure. You say start. And it's doing something. See, this guy kicked on. He's doing something. The problem is, that will not complete. The system will say, well, this craft can't complete because it's stuck in here. You can't put it back into the crafter. You need to actually export it from that guy. Or rather, import it into the refined storage system. So what we need to make is an importer. This guy. Which we can almost make. Perfect. Let's get another one of these. And then we should be able to do that, no problem. So this guy will go right there. And that should have done that already because it's set to auto output. And it has outputted. And it's back in the system. And everything is dandy. See, we have that one now. Lovely. So what do we do with the crafting recipes? These is processing, right? You put something into a third-party machine and take it back out and put it back into the system. Relative easy is crafting, because crafting is just this, right? It's in the system already. So yes, you can use the crafter for that, just don't connect it to a machine. Or you can use the mod that is reborn storage that is in here, and I've listed that up over here. So we can do a multi-block structure, which we're going to get into. You see, there's not that much to it. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. So we need a frame for this multi-block structure. It's just machine casings and some basic processors and silicon. That's easy, right? Then we need a heat conductor, which is the frames we just made, and some more silicon and enriched iron. Crafting CPU needs the advanced processors and the speed upgrades. Speed upgrade is just sugar and a standard upgrade, and the standard upgrade is some more glass. Yeah, easy, right? And then we need this, the crafting storage. Now that needs a shulker box. Yeah, that needs a chest, and it needs the 1K storage parts. It's also not much to it. We made one of those already for the disk, right? Speaking of which, I don't think we're going to use that big disk over there. What I want to do, what you can do, is you can either make a bunch of disks and put them in here, like 8, and you can swap them. There's better disks. Like you can go, let's say, 4K, 4000K, sure, creative, whatever. But there's also these things up here, the storage blocks, which is basically the same as a disk drive, including the disks. You just can't upgrade anything here. That's just 64K in a one block thing. Well, you could go creative disk. You could go 64K in one disk and have 8 of them. It's just I don't think we need that much storage, so one block is probably good. Yeah, it's one of the things I want to make. I want to put that just here. It looks cool, so we're going to do that eventually. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and craft these up, these things. And meet you right back when we place that in this little hole that I made. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with you. Okay, here we go. Time to fire this up. So, as you can see, there's some more stuff in here. That was necessary. I made all of these, and we're going to start putting these where they belong. So, first thing you want to do is make a outside frame, which is relatively easy. You know, make a square. This is 4 wide, 4 deep, so it needs to be 4 high. Don't actually know if it needs to be, but that's what we're going to do. That should be 4. That should be 4. And then connect them up. And yes, we have 2 too many, because when you craft these you get 6. And yeah, that's just how it works. Then you put the heat sinks on the outside. All around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Yes, you know the song. Ah, I just wanted to say, we should have 4, we had 8. Well, there's a bottom to this. And yes, we need to put them up here. So that gives us a 2x2x2 interior. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some crafting CPUs and some crafting storage in there. I'm just going to put the CPUs down here and the storage on top. The CPUs make sure that you can craft multiple things at the same time, and the crafting storage makes sure that you can use a lot of resources to do so. Then you do this, and when you right click this now, you get this. Multi-block crafter, 4 CPUs, and as you can see we have 4 pages, 4 of these big pages where we can store this stuff. Yes, and it should be connected all the way around. Yeah, it's connected everywhere, it's all good. Now we can put another machine here if we want to. That's pretty good. Technically, I don't think... Do we even need that? Well, yeah, when it's connected to that machine, we probably still need that. Alright, so now we should be able to go and craft stuff. If this weird, you know, thing that it's been doing when I can't middle click. See, when I middle click, it puts something in my inventory in the hotbar there. That is really weird. I shouldn't do that. Anyway, if we want... Let's take these all out. There you go. None of those are in there. So if we wanted to make the destruction core, right? The destruction core is the basic processor nether quartz. So this is crafting, this is smelting, and this is crafting. And it would have to do all of that. It should have all the recipes for it. So if we say make 64 of those, it says yes, I can do all of these. We say well then go. So it should be crafting. After crafting it should be putting stuff in here. Yes it is. One by one. And we should see them coming in. There you see. So good. So very good. Alright, we have all the stuff. Obviously we're going to put that back in there. But now whenever we run out of things we can just craft up a stack and don't worry about it. And that is pretty awesome. So how about this now? How much have we used? 381 items. And it's going up because we're making 64 processors right now. Perfect. So how about this big storage that we want to put here? So don't need that anymore, or that, or that, or that. We're getting through this. Obviously, yes, we do want a wireless crafting grid. Let's see if we can do that real quick. We need an ender pearl, and the rest we should have. Crafting grid should be easy to make. Alright, let's see. Everything is not where it should be. Need a Croatian crafting table, it seems. We need an ender pearl. What else do we need? I could have just stayed in here. That we should have. So let's go in here and let's do this. We want one of these. Then we want one of these. And from there we just want one of these. Yes, and it should be charged immediately because we have Flux Network. Controller not found. Shift, right click. No wireless transmitter in range. Oh, we still need to do that. Dang it. Wireless transmitter. That guy. Another ender pearl. Okay. And to be fair, we should probably put that thing somewhere in here. Because I get the feeling that we need it more often. Where is that doohickey? There it is. Gimme. And we're gonna put that somewhere. It needs to be somewhere on top of a cable. Can that actually go here? No, it needs to attach to the top of a cable. So for now, that's gonna bug me that it's sitting there, but yeah. Haha! All the things right here. Lovely. And you can actually go in there because it seems like we have 200 million of that. Thank you. We can extend the range of this crafting grid. Currently it's not that much, 16 blocks, but you can put range upgrades in here and increase that dramatically. It needs more power then, but I think power is the least of our worries. So, go away. That thing needs one 64K storage part, which needs 3 16K, so that's 9 4K, that's 81. Really? 9 times 3 is 27. In my book, 1K storage parts. Alright. Well, we have some of those. Those actually do have EMC and I put them in there. Yes, I did that. So we should be able to go in here and say we want What, 9 of these? Hello? That's not the right one? What am I doing wrong here? That's the one I want. Okay, 10, sure, why not? Nope, wrong button. There you go. And... haha. Maketh thingeth. That's not that one. Oh, well, that works as well. That makes us the 4K. Don't want the 4K. Where did that just... oh, that has EMC. Oh, that's actually quite good, but I didn't see that, and now it just recycled it. Lovely. Well, you know what we're doing, right? There you go. 3 of that. 1 of that. Do not do the same mistake again. There should be an auto-learning feature for this. There isn't. What can I say? Alright, so now, gimme. Boop. That's online immediately, I hope. 64K storage. Yes, that should work. You should have all the storage now. It's pretty good. I think that's a good moment to end this. It's a bit of a structure. That's why I wanted to put it down here. I'm also gonna move the other stuff I have upstairs, like my transmutation table, is gonna go here somewhere, probably just on top of one of these cables. And then we'll start working down here, because why not? Upstairs is pretty full. We're gonna use these platforms for a number of things. Like, we do want to have, obviously, some more power flowers. This is already in for extra utilities, GP generation. We might extend that to the whole platform, we will see. The bonsais I don't think we need anymore, but hey, they're here. Why not, right? There's a mob farm over here. There will be one more mob farm, one big one. That's probably going to go over here. We'll see. You see the beginnings of a Thorncraft setup over here. We're probably going to move within the confines of this space. Our power situation is looking really good. We have all these petrified fuel generators down here running on Eternalist fuel blocks, making all the coins. Look at that. 21 million RF or FE for 1 coin now. Yeah, that stopped going up rapidly. But we've done a lot. We made a lot of coins. We just need more power now. That's pretty much it. And everything that has a flux plug is contributing to our network, which is currently saturated. 256 million RF stored. Really nice. Still making this stuff. Yeah. It's gonna take a bit. Or we expand this massively. That could also be a thing. They don't really need power. I mean, the 24F that they're using. Imagine one of these generators, 46,000. How many of these could you run on one of the generators? Yes, that is something we could do. Or we just get a creative tank and just put 1 bucket of creosote oil in there. That's also working. Great. So, well, thank you everybody for watching. That's going to be it for this time. I'm going to move all my stuff into the refined storage system. Maybe even hook up the mob farm to that. That might be a thing to do. At least all the stuff that's currently in the drawers that can't go anywhere. It might be good to have that in the system. And yeah, move some of the stuff downstairs. And then we're going to transform this up here into something else. Don't know what yet. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Void ore miner. Maybe. That's one of the things we need to go into. Yes. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a good one. See you next time.